paying off for now. The question is, can it last? And let's pose that question to our guest today. Rajesh Palviya, he's SVP Technical and Derivatives Research at Axis Securities, joins us to talk about the derivative and the technical picture, and on the fundamentals, G. Chokhalingam. Gentlemen, both of you, thanks for joining in. Rajesh, let's start. Does this move, particularly at the broader end, surprise you, the pace at which it's bounced back?
Good afternoon, Neeraj. Good afternoon, everyone. So, yes, it's a surprise for everyone in the market. The kind of texture which we were witnessed in previous day and today, it's a very different texture for the market. But the comfort is, on the mid cap and small cap. That is, again, getting back most of the traders and investors on the market. As we look at the broader market, recovery is taking place. We have seen a very significant supply pressure in last couple of trading sessions for most of the mid cap, small cap space. That is again, bouncing back. So that's the first sign of, some comfort on the market. If this continues further, yes, possibly we can see furthermore, buying action in coming trading sessions also. Moving to the index, still today we have Nifty expiry for weekly options expiry. So for Nifty, 22,200 is the major call writer zone for today's session. So until we are not able to take out this 22,200, Nifty is likely to remain in range for some more time. On the downside, 22,000 put writers have attracted again, more selling in today's session. So that seems to be act as a good support area in the decline. So 22,000 to 22,200 is the possible range for next one or two trading session. Once we able to take out 22,200, then some short covering action could lead Nifty to further higher towards 22,350. That's again, major supply zone based on the derivative front. On the Bank Nifty, still Bank Nifty is struggling to recover. 47,000 is the major supply zone as of now based on the call concentration area on the Bank Nifty spot. So until Bank Nifty not manage to cross and hold above 47,000 level, that's the critical point as of now for the market. On the downside, 46,500 is the major support area. So I think index may remain, in range for some couple of trading session, and possibly we may see these kind of action to continue in mid cap and small cap, because most of the mid cap small cap was in oversold trajectory on the near term setup. So where the recovery is taking place, and most of the mid cap small cap stocks have corrected to their 50-day moving average. That's the important support area for near term trend, and most of the stocks are recovering from those levels. So that is giving us confidence that yes, as they are holding 50-day moving average, so trend is likely to intact on the bullish side for broader market also.
Rajesh, good afternoon. Tamanna here, and we'll go stock specific, especially on some of the big movers today. But before we come to that, I just want to get your take on the rail pack and the kind of zoom up they've seen. And we qualified by saying that these are low float kind of stocks. Now if someone felt stuck in them 24 hours ago but held on, should they continue to do that is the question. Where would you say the next direction is for some of these counters?
So if we ignore the previous day fall, the most of the railway counter were already in corrective mode, and most of the stocks have already corrected in last couple of weeks. And again, the today's recovery is almost from there, almost 100-day moving average is defended by most of the stocks. The stock like IRFC, very strong momentum from its 100-day moving average, and the stock managed to hold those support area. So I think that stock is looking again, promising, as long-term structure is still intact for most of the railway counter. Near-term pressure was there, but again, as most of the stocks are able to hold their important support area, and recovery is clearly there in throughout the pack. So we believe that yes, this momentum can continue further. So IRFC, RVNL, IRCON, these three stocks are looking promising, and we believe that this recovery can continue further, and possible another 5 to 10% kind of up move we can see in the continuation of this pullback So IRFC, one can hold their long position, or even at the current market price also they can buy with stop loss of 132. RVNL, the stop loss is now at 232. Upside target we can see towards 255 to 260. And Econ, that stock is also showing good traction. So here we can see a level of 220 to 225. Keep stop loss of 202.
Okay. Well, must say PSUs, railways, defense, I think that bucket which was under pressure has come up very, very strongly. Good going there. We're not quite seeing the same for Publish. The volumes on Shriram also higher than what they usually are, unless I'm wrong. My question is, for a stock that is now consistently seen buying at every dip, is this a good one from a trade/investment candidate? What maybe the longer term charts tell you a story.
So definitely, if I look at the monthly structure of stock managed to give breakout on the monthly chart of its rounding bottom formation. And again, in last couple of weeks, we have seen some bit of a corrective move. Stock almost took support from its 100-day moving average and very strong pullback action in today's session. So looking at this price action, we believe that if stocks manages to cross above 1665, 1670 kind of zone on a closing basis, then this follow-up buying action we can see towards 1800. Even it may surpass to its all-time high trajectory also in going forward. But at this moment, 1670 needs to watch closely. If it crosses those levels, yes, possible rally can continue towards 1800 kind of zone also in short-term basis. So those who have already bought the stock can hold the position and can trail their now stop loss towards 1590 and hold the position for upside target of 1750 to 1800.
Just a quick look at some of your small cap gainers. An interesting place, the BLS International, 19% up. SJVN we talked about, but even an Ircon, Electra, Green. Thank you for that, Anushi. Rajesh, any of these you're tracking? A BLS, a RITES, for example, a lot of names over there on that list?
I think most of the stocks are behaving in the same manner. Pullback action is there. BLS, if we talk about BLS, very strong buying action in today's session. Almost stock took support from its 200-day moving average, and now stock managed to cross last 3 days fall. So looking at the bounce in BLS, we believe that if stocks holds about 335, 336 kind of zone, then possible pullback can continue towards 360 to 365 on the higher side. And RITES, again, stock is showing a good buying interest. Stock almost formed a low around 600 kind of level. In the previous session also, stock took support around those levels. So if it's now continues to hold about 615, 620 zone, then possible pullback can be seen towards 685, 690. That's the next resistance area on this stock. So BLS is looking more promising. I think that stock can continue this upward momentum. Century Ply is also now trying to penetrate its falling channel sloping trend line. So that needs to be watched. If the stocks crosses above 700, then yes, some more buying interest we can see, and then possible target we can see towards 740. So after a corrective move, very strong pullback in Century Ply also. So looking at overall structure, we believe that if the stocks crosses 700, then one can look to buy for near-term trading perspective for upside target of 740.
Okay, well, on that note, let's slip into a very quick break. On the other side, we'll get you some top BTST ideas, a key brokerage note, the whole derivative picture, and some key market voices that have spoken to NDTV Profit today.
A bit of pain over there. Rajesh, I just wanted to get your take on the BFSI space, and would you look at any of the private players right now?
I think that BFSI as well as this whole pack is still struggling to recover. Some recovery is taking place, but still, if we analyze the broader picture, we believe that it may remain under pressure for some more time. Most of the BFSI stocks are showing supply pressure for minor pullback, which we are seeing in today's session. So banking is also not participating in this rally. So most of the large cap banks are also showing some bit of profit taking still for pullback, which we have seen in the first part of this trading day. So I think other segments are doing good. From that space, insurance is one space, one can look at those space. Most of the insurance stocks are showing good traction in terms of buying. So I think one can look to buy ICICI Pru, HDFC Life. These stocks are looking promising, but rather other BFSI stocks are still showing some pressure. So I think another 1 or 2 trading sessions needs to watch for this space, and then if index Nifty, as we talked about, that 22,200 breakout happens, then I think some catch up really we can see in this BFSI space going forward.
Okay, point well taken. BFSI is one, pharma is other. Yesterday had a bit of a dull day, but today some of the stocks are up. IPCA in particular is buzzing.
On IPCA?
So we have seen some traction in pharma space, and IPCA is one stock where if we analyze the near-term, short-term structure, stock is very well holding its previous breakout, and looking at the short to medium-term structure, stock is holding the ground at 1150. That's the important level. So if it's hold above 1150 on weekly closing basis, then trend is likely to remain on the bullish side, and possible once stock crosses above 1200, 1220 kind of zone, then I think it may resume its uptrend trajectory, and possible target we can see going forward towards 1300 plus kind of level also. So overall structure is bullish. 1150 should be your stop loss to hold your long position in IPCA.
Chokha, are you tracking IPCA, and anything that you like in the pharma space that you would touch right now?
I used to track it. Yes, another 5% to 10% is very much possible.
Is there a trade here? I mean, at all, Rajesh, on Biocon in particular, which has shown the bigger move?
So Neeraj, yes, spike is there in Biocon, and the kind of buying action which we are seeing in Biocon throughout the day, that clearly shows that now if stock manages to close about 274, that's the trigger for the fresh buying for the stock, as stock then managed to form a bullish engulf kind of formation on a daily chart. So 274, if it closes about 274, yes, it's a BTST kind of trade also. Then follow-up buying action could be triggered for the stock, and then we can see next target towards 285 to 290 for the stock in near-term basis. So at this moment, I think wait for another 5-10 minutes. If it's crosses 274, then yes, one can carry the position for BTST also.
Okay. So if it crosses 274 viewers, then that's the conditional thing that Rajesh has on Biocon. But good move today for sure. Yeah, good move. By the way, speaking of good moves, Tamanna, you have to look at the Adani Group in the session today. And as Tamanna, consensus view was that if there is a bounce, banks will participate. Banks are not participating. So Rajesh, good day of trade as it's ending. What would be a top trading strategy which you can, BTST or STBT?
So Neeraj, it's one sector where we are seeing sustained buying action throughout the day, that is IT, and from IT, most of the large cap IT stocks are showing good traction in terms of buying. So HCL Tech, that stock we like at this moment, and we believe that almost a stock is trading near to its all-time high trajectory. So looking at the throughout the day buying action in this sector, we expect that momentum can continue further tomorrow also. So HCL Tech, one can look to buy for BTST with stop loss of 1650, upside target we can see towards 1710 to 1720. The second sector or stock which we like from FMCG, that is Colgate Palmolive. Stock again managed to give breakout of almost 8-week consolidation range, and the kind of long build-up is there. We believe that Colgate Palmolive can continue furthermore upside towards 2750, 2760 kind of zone. One can buy this stock with stop loss of 2650. And the third stock is from pharma space, and that we like Lupin. That stock is also showing good traction, and we believe that Lupin can continue furthermore upside towards 1690 to 1700. Keep stop loss of 1610 to buy Lupin also.
All right. Those are the key picks. Lupin, definitely one of them. Lupin with positive news flow today. Whether that premium is justified or not, the rebound certainly seems to have been justified by the markets. You're heading towards close with quite a bit of positive flows. Rajesh, any last calls?
I think as you talked about BL and HL, these two stocks are also looking promising. I think one can take this stock as a BTST also, and I think long-term structure for both the stocks are promising, so one can look to buy on a positional basis also. So BL, HL, these two stocks are also can be looked at for BTST point of view.
All right.
Thanks so much for joining in today and giving us your perspective, Mr. Chokalingam, Rajesh. Much appreciate your time, but let's start wrapping up.